Hey, good evening, ladies and gents. This is Any Given Sunday Football Bet Channel. Coming to you guys and gals with Week 2 picks. We rocked it, guys. We had a 5-1 start, Week 1. The damn Arizona Cardinals and the Saints game let us down with the under being the cashed out ticket, not the over. But all in all, we did really good with our other picks. We nailed it. We had a profit. I'm going to let you guys know right off the bat, though. Week 2, I do not like the card for Week 2. I only got really 2 plays for you guys. Check the community tab throughout the day, throughout Sunday and Monday, because I might add a play based off the injury report or based off of some intel that might come from one of the beat writers or reporters, or a nice sound bite by one of the players. So with that being said, let's chop it up. Midway, right now, Midway, Washington and Green Bay's at play. And I put it in the community tab before the game started to roll with Washington as a teaser. I think Washington could come out here and win this game against Green Bay. I think Green Bay's defense was phenomenal against the Lions. They embarrassed them. But I think the offense left a lot to be desired. Josh Jacobs couldn't get 4 yards to carry. And Jordan Love was pedestrian throwing the football, in my opinion. 188 yards. Matthew Golden didn't really get he didn't have an impact, so I don't like that. He was the first-round pick receiver. I would have liked to see him come in with a bang, and he didn't. So I don't necessarily love the Green Bay Packers to have the possibility of running away with this football game. So with that being said, I definitely like Washington +9, and I think the game will be over because I think Jaden Daniels will be able to score a lot more than Jared Goff, because it seemed like the Packers were really bottling up that pocket. And Jaden Daniels, as you guys know just as much as me, Jaden Daniels has an amazing escapability, and he can throw the ball while running. So I think this game could easily be a 23-20 kind of game. For the number to be 43 for us to cash is pretty light to me. So I like that. That's one of the 2 plays I like. A game I do not like is, let's look at the Jaguars Bengals. So I have no play here. The number's at Bengals 3.5, under over 48.5. You would be crazy to make a play on this game either way. The Bengals, they did the Bungles thing, the clown franchise. Even though everybody got paid, they came out flat on offense. The defense played okay. They kind of got lucky. Flacco bailed them out. Flacco didn't have his best performance, throwing 2 interceptions. The last one, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't on him. I think the receiver made a play on the ball, tapped it up, guy picked it off. But 17-16 final, Bengals-Browns is lackluster as hell. I wouldn't touch the Bengals with a 10-foot pole until I start seeing some production out of them. And the Jaguars, I mean, another clown franchise. The Panthers are the clown franchise in this case, where they didn't even show up. You trade your best receiver for a 4th-round pick. And then my boy Xavier Legette, the raccoon eater, he didn't show up. Tedero McMillan showed up, but the team is just lackluster, guys. Bryce Young, like I said, I was hopeful for him. I was hoping to be wrong about him, but he doesn't look like he's going to pan out in this league or with the Carolina Panthers. So with that being said, I feel like we don't have anything. I feel like we didn't see enough from the Jaguars just running the ball with Etienne to make a determining pick to say, he could give the ball to Travis Hunter. He can give the ball to Brian Thomas Jr. and feed them both simultaneously. We didn't see that. Brian Thomas only had 1 catch, and Travis Hunter had 6 catches for 33 yards. I don't see anything here. But if I had to make a play, I would make a lean towards teasing the under. So getting that all the way up to 55, getting that under to 55 at a 6.5. I just think that I've been saying, if anybody knows me, you know I feel that the Bengals offense is overrated, whereas teams like Baltimore, teams like Tampa Bay, teams like Detroit last year have really elite offenses because they have all-around offenses and they have consistent offensive outputs of putting up 24 points or more, whereas people glorify the Cincinnati Bengals offense because of fantasy football. So yeah, if you pay attention, these guys have no line play. Chase Brown is an overrated prospect on the fantasy. People were saying he's going to be a top 10 running back this year. I mean, with the box as light as it is, he should be tearing it up with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins on the opposite side. this offense is overrated. So I would try to attack that and probably get an under, especially with the Jaguars' tendency to just want to feed Travis Etienne this year. Okay, next game, another game I do not like at all for a personal reason, Giants-Cowboys. My Giants stink, guys. Let's not even front about it. We came in with a lot of moxie, a lot of confidence, a lot of cockiness, talking smack, but we came out flat. Daboll needs to be fired. He's smug. Shane Bohm, our defensive coordinator, doesn't know how to play his best players. Our 4 pass rushers only played 8 out of 65 snaps together. That's ridiculous. Abdul Carter is an amazing player. It's obvious. I don't know why you're trying to give him the rookie vet situation where it's like you're trying to sun him and he got to earn snaps. Abdul Carter don't got to earn snaps on nobody. The fact that he only played 35 out of 65 defensive snaps is a joke. I think the Giants are being ran poorly. There was no wide receiver screens, no slants. They were trying to throw the ball deep with no offensive line. I don't know what to make of this. Malik Neighbors beefing with Daboll. I'm on Neighbors' side. Malik Neighbors wants to win the football game. He wants to compete. I don't see him as a disciplinary issue or anything like that. But I just think the vibes are way off. Until we see Jackson Dart and Andrew Thomas out there, I wouldn't touch this team. But the number is at 5.5 with the Cowboys, which I also think is a very high number, considering that the Cowboys' defense is questionable. Deron Bland just got a surgery, so he's out. I think Trevon Diggs is still out. Their pass rush look kind of mediocre, obviously, without Micah Parsons. So I wouldn't touch the Cowboys to win this game either. This could be one of those weird games where the Giants just wake up and do everything we don't think they'll do. So I don't like the Cowboys or the Giants on the side. Under over, I would definitely say, wow, I don't like anything about this. 44.5. I would say go over, because I think my argument is the Giants might quit defensively with the offense being really bad, so Dallas might run up the score. And then maybe there'll be some garbage time points because maybe Dart might be put in. You gotta look at these other variables when you make these bets. So I would say tease the under down. I'm not confident at the 44.5, but getting it down like the 38, I think that's the safer play because I think that this game could get ugly on the Giants, which makes it for garbage time points. Okay, next game, Bears-Lions. Lions minus 6.5, under over 46.5. Definitely like the Bears plus 6.5. But not enough to bet it. Caleb Williams was very inconsistent. He looked brilliant on some plays, and he missed layups. I also think Ben Johnson did a horrible job coaching, guys. The kickoff debacle at the end of the game, losing a timeout in the 2-minute warning. Then also just some questionable play calling. I think he abandoned the run way too fast. He invested all of that capital in the offensive line and Colston Loveland at tight end with 2 tight end sets. And I feel like DeAndre Swift didn't get enough bites at the apple running the football. And I didn't understand why he went for it on 4th and 3 when they were up 7-zip already. So I don't know if Ben Johnson knows what he's doing right now as a head coach, but I like his offensive schematics, but I think he's bad at making decisions so far. So that makes me unable to take him because he might be too emotional in making decisions against Dan Campbell, his former head coach, and they might make mistakes because Dan Campbell, if you know him, he's a gambler. Like, he will go for it on 4th down, and I think Ben Johnson might be like a litmus test kind of thing where it's like, oh, I'll go for it more than you. So I definitely don't know where this could go from there. But I do like the Bears side though, but I don't love it. The under over, I don't know this one because Jalen Johnson, who didn't play last week, why? And Jalen Johnson was the reason why I jumped in on the community tab and took the Vikings because I felt like the Bears secondary was compromised without Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson out there. And I felt like J.J. McCarthy could catch a rhythm. And I'm out on J.J. McCarthy as a quarterback, but he showed a lot of resilience in the 4th quarter, and he showed a lot of moxie, and I have to give him credit for that. But I take the Minnesota Vikings as a team because I think they're the best roster in football, sans the quarterback. So I thought that was a pretty good play once I saw that those corners were out. But I don't like the under over here because he's jumping in, so it could be an under game, it could be an over game. It's kind of tough because it kind of depends on how Caleb is dealing. So I wouldn't touch that, but I do lean taking the Bears with 6.5. If you want to pay the extra vig to get it to 7.5, that's fine, or tease it. I lean Bears on that one. Next game, Rams-Titans. Rams minus 5.5, under over 41.5. Nothing here, guys. The Titans look terrible. Cam Ward looks great. I'm in on Cam Ward as a future quarterback in this league, but I mean, he was just not in sync with his receivers. Drop passes, a couple of passes where I felt like he threw the one where he threw it hot and high to Calvin Ridley. I know a lot of people are blaming Ridley on that one. You can't blame a receiver. When you're throwing the ball hot and high and he's sideways trying to catch the ball on the seam, that's a tough catch for anybody. So, I just think the Titans are out of rhythm. Tony Pollard played well, but that's just about it. The defense, everybody's like, the defense played well. No, I think that was Denver playing bad. So the Titans could get walked down. I think the Rams are going to blow them out, but, it's a 1 o'clock game for an LA team. That's risky. They might come out flat. So that's why I don't know. The lock is putting the Rams on a parlay, in my opinion, but the under-over, who knows? Because I don't know how the Rams are going to feel about this game. They might take them lightly. I would just take the Rams on a parlay there. Okay, two teams that I really hate this year. The New England Patriots versus the Miami Dolphins. Guys, if you rolled with me on the Colts pick, you cashed out. The Miami Dolphins are a joke of a team. They're weak in the trenches. They have no offensive line. They're Miami. They're the Cincinnati Bengals adjacent. They fantasy football darlings with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on the outside, but they don't have a lot of meat and potatoes. And everybody thinks it's Madden, where guys are playing injured, and it's like, oh my God, they're automatically going to be amazing right off the bat. I mean, Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips, guys, these guys haven't played football. So you think they're going to come in and just immediately rush the passer like they're Chop Robinson, and it's not going to happen. And they shouldn't have let go of Calais Campbell if they were trying to compete, because now you got a young Kenneth Grant trying to man the middle. And I don't like a rookie being the best player at a position. I like rookies kind of having mentorship, but still being great prospects. So with that being said, if you had to make a play here, I would take the New England Patriots, because I think Mike Vrabel, he has more leadership than Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel looks like he wants to drink a chai latte and do yoga with these guys instead of actually coaching and holding people accountable. I think Tua's a joke of a player, because he had a couple good seasons and now he's all smug thinking he could talk down to Tyreek Hill, and that's just not the case. I know Tyreek Hill's a knucklehead, but you got to give him his respect. He's an elite player in this league, even though he fell off. I think they should have been doing more things to cater to his style of play. And there's just not a lot of deep balls being thrown, because they don't play. They play too much 11 personnel with 3 wide receivers, and the third wide receiver is irrelevant. Do you guys even know who the third wide receiver is for the Miami Dolphins? Exactly. And they let Jonnu Smith go for Darren Waller, who's not even ready. So I just think the personnel is off. The leadership is off. Miami Dolphins are a clown show. I would not trust this team at all. I would take the New England Patriots to win the game, but I was really disappointed with Trevion Henderson and Drake May offensively. I did like them defensively, though, but no Christian Gonzalez. They only did good sacking the quarterback and stopping the run, but at the same time, they really did give up 360 yards to Geno. So I wouldn't touch this game at all. Next game, another game we're not touching. San Francisco 49ers with Macaroni Jones versus the New Orleans Saints, who let me down on the over. It's San Fran minus. I'm looking at it as San Fran -3 and under over 40.5. I mean, guys, to me, the good play, though, would be to tease the over up to 47. I don't see this game getting anywhere near 50 points. This looks like another 2013 kind of game. I just don't know which way it's going to go, because Christian McCaffrey might just go off and get 25 carries, 25 touches, receiving and rushing. So with that being said, I wouldn't touch the side, but I would lean the under, because the Saints, they let the game slip away. Juwan Johnson had a potential game-winning touchdown, fall by the wayside. So I don't really like the camaraderie with the New Orleans Saints there, because post-game interview, Juwan Johnson was like, it is what it is. No, it's not it is what it is. You're supposed to catch this ball. Everybody's saying you guys are the worst team in football. You had a chance to win the damn game. You win the damn game. Spencer Rattler gave you a perfect ball. You catch that ball. So I didn't understand. I don't like the morale over there for that. I also didn't like that Kamara didn't get involved in the second half. He scored a touchdown and then he disappeared. So I don't know if Kellen Moore's got a feel for the team right now. So that's why I would stay away from that. But I would lean teasing the under. Okay, now we have the Bills and Jets, but I think it's about to be frozen yogurt time.
It is.
All right. So, all right, we got some frozen yogurt now, guys. Like I said, trying to keep up with the whole ice cream, yogurt, Sunday theme. The missus, she's silly. We got some frozen yogurt. I got banana nut bread.
Yes, you did with chocolate chip.
banana nut bread, chocolate chip. This is at the Froyo spot.
Watch your life.
It's okay. The Froyo spot on 611 in Stroudsburg. Really nice little hole in the wall spot. Good frozen stuff. Hey baby. So yeah, first let me show y'all this. It's really good. Which one did you get?
I got iced coffee and...
Show it off.
Iced coffee and... dulce de leche.
Okay. And this is the banana nut bread with chocolate chip. Really good.
This is really good. I'm not into bananas, but it was good.
Yeah, this is proper, y'all. This is proper. I'm telling you. If you stopping in the Poconos, go to the Froyo spot. Really affordable too. It was only like $5-6, right?
I don't remember, but we got a pup cup.
Trust me, yeah. We even got my dog a pup cup, so it was only like $15. So really affordable stuff.
Oh yeah, I thought you meant like $5 together. I'm like, I don't think it was that cheap.
Yeah, it was like $5-6 each, and then got a pup cup. Really good stuff. So
You want to click my?
Oh, all right. Let's see. This is good too. Yeah, really good.
What flavor is it?
You just said it was the iced coffee.
Oh, I thought you couldn't differentiate it.
She's silly. But yeah, guys. So as I was saying, enough of the ice cream. Enough of the frozen yogurt nonsense. We got Bills Jets. Bills -6.5. Total is 46.5. Definitely like the Jets here. I would tease the Jets, though, because the Bills' offense looked explosive as hell, but the defense looked like a joke. I think the Jets could keep the game close, but I'm not trusting it. Over 46.5. You really see, it seems like an easy over because the Jets scored a lot of points and the Bills scored a lot of points. But what makes me believe it could be an under is the fact that the Jets run the ball a lot. So this could be a time of possession thing where the Jets are afraid of Josh Allen, so they're going to run the ball even more than they did against Pittsburgh. And they might intentionally, what I'm trying to say, like in situations where there would be a hurry-up offense, they would intentionally just run out the clock. I think they want to give the ball to Josh Allen as less as possible, so... It's really hard to tell. I wouldn't touch the under-over, but I would take the Jets on the teaser. Okay. Finally, a game I am going to bet on. The only game I'm saying, guys, go run and go bet this right now as soon as you see the video. I see Denver -1 and under-over 40. Wait, hold on. It says 43.5 on ESPN, but I think my number was a little lower. I think it was 42.5. Either way, well... Okay, either way, it's 43.5 on ESPN. So if you got the ESPN app, go there. To me, this is an easy Denver Broncos cover. Denver Broncos teasing it too. What's up? Oh, Zora. Hey, mama. She want more of the frozen yogurt. This is my baby girl. This is the meanie girl, but she's my sweetheart. Hey, baby.
So I just want some ice cream.
You want to give her some? I'll put her in one of the future videos with a Giants bandana or a Jets bandana. But
I don't have no more.
But yeah, as I was saying, I like the Broncos here. I'm high on the Colts. I think the Colts are going to be the 7th seed, the last wild card in the AFC, because I think the Colts play within themselves and they're an underrated team. Another great all-around roster that was lacking in the quarterback department, and I think Daniel Jones is solid enough at what he does to complement them well, especially just running the ball and avoiding throwing the interception. He's not great throwing the ball deep, but he doesn't have to. A lot of his guys are great possession receivers anyway, and Michael Pittman Jr. and Alec Pierce and Tyler Warren. So it really works. And Jonathan Taylor's a beast, and nobody talks about him. Jonathan Taylor's a beast at running back, and the offensive line is solid. So I like this team, but the limitations will hurt them against an elite defense like the Denver Broncos, especially with Hufanga coming in here. And I think he would calm Tyler Warren down at tight end. Tyler Warren really balled out for Daniel Jones, and I think Hufanga will calm that down. And Patrick Surtain and them boys, Riley Moss, Zach Allen. I think the defense is just all around good on all three levels. And when Daniel Jones actually has to play against a defense, he's going to be screwed. It's going to be an under game as well. I don't think this game is going to reach 50 points, so I would also tease that under at a higher number. So... yeah, that's the play, simply put. Oh, and I like the fact that Sean Payton, his introspection is very humble. You know, he acknowledged that he coached a pretty bad game. He really did. They ran the ball for over 100-something yards and yet guys had limited carries. R.J. Harvey, J.K. Dobbins, they didn't touch the ball much. You're putting too much on Bo Nix. It was as if he was trying to aura farm and make Bo Nix be a MVP candidate, and it's like that's not the way this Denver Broncos team is going to operate, guys. This isn't Sean Payton's New Orleans Saints. This is a top 10 defense with a good running attack. Run J.K. Dobbins, run R.J. Harvey, and put Bo Nix in some running RPO situations. And you're going to win this football game. They're going to win this football game along the lines of 21-17, 24-20. So I love this pick. This is the money pick. We're going to go with that. Cash and dash out of there with that one in Indy. I like Indy, but not on Sunday. Okay, now we're back to a game I do not like because both teams have shown a lot of inconsistent play in their first game. Pittsburgh Steelers, Seattle Seahawks. I'm seeing Pittsburgh -3 and under over 40. What can we say? I mean, Pittsburgh scored 34 points. I didn't think Aaron Rodgers had that in him. But a lot of that was dink and dunk, and Jets defenders weren't even running at these guys. So it was too much yak for my liking, even though I like yak attack. But to me, that's fluky. You can't rely on that. Seattle Seahawks have a better defense anyway. So it's inconsistent there. Defensively, all they want to do is rush the passer with T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith, but they don't do anything else. I also like Jalen Ramsey at corner. He made a game-winning play, rocking Garrett Wilson. But other than Jalen Ramsey at corner, I think Joey Porter Jr. is overrated because his father was the Joey Porter. So I don't really like him at corner, and I don't like the secondary, losing Minka Fitzpatrick, and Deshaun Elliott's out. So offensively and defensively, I just don't know. Both teams leave me with a lot to be desired. Yeah, so Seattle left San Fran on 17, but they did score the game-winning touchdown without George Kittle on the field. So that's alarming, and Seahawks scored 13 points. I know Robert Saleh is a hell of a defensive coordinator for the Niners, but Sam Darnold and them scoring 13 points, that's pitiful on a home opener. So I have no lean on this game at all. But if I had to make a pick, I would say play it safe and take Pittsburgh to win the game. I would wait for it to go down to 2.5. I think Sam Darnold might see ghosts. I would take Pittsburgh to win the game, money line or 2.5. Okay, now we got the Browns and Ravens, 11.5, 44.5 in Baltimore. I like the under here. I don't like the line either way. I think both teams are terrible pertaining to covering spreads. The Ravens are the best team in football, but they're poorly coached and they're inconsistent. So I don't know what we were going to get from them. They blew a game. They might want to rip the Browns to shreds, but I don't think they can. I think Myles Garrett and Mason Graham are great at stopping the run. Also, the linebacker out of UCLA, I think his name is Swearinger, rookie. He's a really good linebacker. Judkins is coming in for the Browns. I think the Browns could keep it close. I'm not sure. I would lean taking the Browns with the 11.5, to be honest, but Baltimore might come out swinging, and if they do, they can beat anybody by 20. So I would lean just taking the under there, guys, to be honest. I think Myles Garrett and Mason Graham can keep this game, keep the Ravens from scoring 30, and I don't think the Browns could score 20. So there's that. Okay, Panthers Cardinals. Okay, Kyler Murray, the quarterback that always lets me down because I had faith in him, versus the Carolina Panther clown franchise. Arizona -7.5, under over 44.5. I definitely don't like the under over. I definitely don't like the under over at 44.5. The Cardinals are very conservative and they trust their defense. But at the same time, the Panthers are the worst run defense I've ever seen in my life. So I don't know where that could go. And Arizona -7.5. They're not that good to be laying that kind of points on anybody. So I would lean the Panthers plus 7.5, but I mean, Bryce Young's got to wake the hell up. But I would lean on Bryce Young actually having a good game here because he did good against Jonathan Gannon last year. He eliminated the Cardinals in the playoffs. So I would lean on the Cardinals to win the game on a moneyline parlay, but I think the Panthers could cover because Bryce Young does know how to go against the Jonathan Gannon defense. Okay. Eagles-Chiefs. Eagles -1, under over 47. Like the Chiefs to win the game, but I think it's hard to tell. Like, Chiefs win a close game to me feels like the likely outcome, but at the same time, the Eagles to me have the easy blowout potential here. So I wouldn't take the Chiefs on any teasers because your teaser might be worthless. The Eagles could blow them out. under over 47. I was leaning under, but I've been going back and forth with my brain trust guys. Shout out to my boy George. Shout out to my boy Tello. That could go either way because the Eagles defense showed a lot of holes and the Chiefs defense showed a lot of holes, but this is a personal game. So people might bring it. Plus Jalen Carter's coming back off suspension. He's going to definitely bring it. So it could go either way. So under over, I do not like. Chiefs to win, I kind of like. But if you teased it, I would tease the Eagles going against the 0. And I would take the Eagles +6, +5.5. Because if the Chiefs win, it'll probably be close. I don't think the Chiefs have blowout potential. All right, Falcons, Vikings. Vikings -3.5. Under over 44.5. Hold on. What you doing?
I ate it.
You ate it all already? Okay. So like I said, Falcons, Vikings -3.5. Under over 44.5. I like the Falcons here getting points. If J.J. McCarthy thinks he's going to be able to play bad for 3 quarters and win in the 4th quarter, that's a bad recipe. And I think Michael Penix has something to prove. The fact that he lost to him in the national championship game, I think he'll come out pretty hard and sling the rock. Darnell Mooney did not suit up in the first game. He will suit up for this game. I do like the Falcons +9.5 on the teaser, and I like them +3.5 straight up. Under over, I have no clue. Because the Vikings are kind of weak against the pass, but elite against the run and the pass rush. So I don't really have an under over lean, but I do like the Falcons there. But only as a lean. Okay, last 2 games, not touching them. This game is actually my Super Bowl prediction, and I don't think it didn't look good week 1, but I have the Houston Texans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to the Super Bowl, and they play Monday night at 7 o'clock. Line is Houston -2.5. And under over is at 42.5. Definitely like the under, anything with Texans defense. I think they're the best defense in football. So I would always lean Texans under. But Texans to win this game, I do not like. The offensive line looks terrible. I'm a big proponent of when the offensive line is bad, throw in new guys, rotate guys like the Houston Texans did, unlike my Giants, where the Giants just kept the same crappy players hoping they would get better. I like the Texans saying, hey, let's just shake it up. Let's shake up the snow globe and see what happens. But it didn't work well against Jared Verse and them boys. So I'm a little concerned about that, and they only scored 9 points. So I don't trust them to win the game, but I also cannot take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win the game on the road on a home opener without Tristan Wirfs and that pass rush with Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson coming at them. So this is a no-go on the spread, but I would lean under. In the last game, Chargers -3.5, under over 45.5. Genty didn't look great, guys. Pete Carroll just running him up the middle or whatever, not giving him much outside opportunities. I'm not a fan of. I know it's the Raiders home opener. Raiders are going to be ruckus because they have a solid team this year. But we cannot deny what the Chargers showed us, guys. The Chargers look like a really elite group right now. Justin Herbert, the thing that was holding Justin Herbert back was the clutch gene and his lack of using his mobility. But those 2 things look like it was addressed in the offseason. So I would lean Chargers -3.5. There's some 3s popping up. I would, of course, take the 3. But the under-over, I have no idea because Brock Bowers is injured and he might play. And even if he plays, he might not be good enough for it to be a dance partner for an over. So with that being said, I like the Chargers -3, but not enough to bet it. So like I said, guys, only 2 plays. The 2 plays is Washington +9 and over 42. And Denver Broncos +5.5 and under 49.5. So those are my 2 plays. What else would I have to say? Yeah, keep it light, guys, because don't overreact from week 1. I think week 2 we should just play it slow. Maybe just do 2 or 3 bets. We want to stay in the win. We want to stay on the winning side of things. So with that being said, I would say definitely take it slow with your bets. If you hit on your first bet, run. I think that's the kind of way because the bookies like to we have to acknowledge that the referees will play a role in this. So, I would be a little careful after week 1. All right. So with that being said, let me go finish watching this Washington Green Bay game.
Finish your fruit.
Oh yeah, I gotta finish the yogurt. All right, guys. Peace out. Love y'all. Deuces. Press the stop.